rain blew through overnight. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. But yeah, good morning from West Tennessee. Bobby Lee here, Hurricane Creek Farms. Appreciate y'all watching. Yeah, that was 3/10, and 1/10 of that was from Wednesday. Today's Saturday, so 2/10 overnight. Again, we'll take it, but yeah, certainly not gonna alter any plans for today. As dry as we've been, that stuff will soak right in. Archie, he is a mama's boy, and unfortunately for him, mama is out of town just for the night. The girls went to Middle Tennessee to do some cross-country schooling practice, basically. So the boys stayed home. We've got a t-ball scrimmage, or not t-ball, keep wanting to say t-ball. Not in t-ball anymore, coach pitch. We've got a baseball scrimmage later on this morning. And this little bit of rain actually, well, just like everything else, the fields will actually be in better shape because of that little bit. Unless somehow it rained a whole lot more, just 3 or 4 miles up the road, we'll be in good shape. And it looks like, you know, hey, what better than a storm to blow through, not really drop that much rain, but give you a little bit of storm damage. I mean, that's like the double whammy. Nothing terrible, but apparently she had a little wind with her, so we're gonna do a little bit of picking up of some limbs. This one's gonna be a little bigger. Maybe we can get under it with the forks of the tractor. I mean, we can definitely get under it. Surely we can move it with the forks of the tractor. Wow. Which that one needed to come on down. Yeah, I don't know. Guess y'all will get to see. We can move that with just the tractor, or may need to cut it into sections. Which actually does present a little bit of a challenge because I need to move the bulls over here. So we were gonna go through that gate, which they can walk around it. Anyway, I'm rambling, mumbling. We're gonna get some stuff done, move some pastures around, such, so forth, whatnot. But yeah, let's get after it. Come on, boy. So we need to move the bulls out of the creek bottom pasture up here ahead of us, the pasture by the house, because we moved the cows back there. Come on, buddy. It's always tricky right here, which I could have tried to bring him around the other way, but I thought, I've been feeding him right there every morning. He really wants to feed. I got a feed bucket, but he's kind of confused. Come on, dude, come on, woo! And then to top it all off, the other bull's not with him. So even if I get him to cooperate, I've only got half the job done. He's being mostly cooperative. Come on, big boy. Put a little feed in this trough right here. Sure, that'll be enough to draw him over here at that. Too, now the fact the cows are down there, it's kind of puts him a little closer to them. 2 things a man wants: women and food, right? Come on. Come on here, big boy. Yeah, I know, we got an unexpected obstacle right there. Which a couple people in the last video, I guess because they obviously saw us move him and the Angus bull, like, what about your other Angus bull? There he is. He's been in this pasture. He had a little bit of a lameness, nothing terrible though. And then he just kind of separated himself. So yeah, that's a little bit concerning. It was basically at the, well, my bucket rolls back down the hill into the gate. Basically at the end of breeding season anyway, we still had the other 2 bulls, and really, because we weren't, or the way we were breeding this year, we really only needed 2 bulls. We just didn't make the decision to get rid of one of them. But yeah, he's still here. As far as we know, nothing's seriously wrong with him. But okay, we need to find the other bull, then get the cows moved. Well, look who showed up. So good. Makes my life simpler there. Come on, buddy. See if he can navigate a down pine tree. I'm amazed that thing fell. Yeah, it's gonna be broken right there probably. But otherwise, for the most part, that thing is intact. Like, I don't know, the girls will probably want that to make some jumps out of. Oh, that may be why the other bull took off, or didn't want to be in this pasture. Look at this. He is making a beeline for that dude. We're gonna have a dang WWE match out here between the two bulls. Yeah, too bad I can't get the side-by-side out there to go watch them from a close-up. Not through this gate anyway. Oh, he's a little tender-footed. Maybe just because he's been on that gravel, but okay, yeah, he looks a little better once he's walking on the grass. Come on, buddy. Go on. Hey, just like one of them fancy horses those gals ride, he can jump right over a log. But looking at him, something I need to do, which is generally pretty easy because we feed them a little bit, especially once they're separated from the cows. Put a little fly dust on them every morning. Horse flies are wearing them boys out. Yeah, I'd always assumed that was kind of why that bull separated. I think those two, it was in the breeding season, most of the cows were already bred, and he was kind of low man on totem pole, so he was like, well, I can keep hanging out here, getting beat up on all the time, not getting to do any breeding, or I can just go hang out by myself and still not get to do any breeding, but not get beat up on. All right, now let's go move the cows. Low fuel. I don't want to have to walk back to the barn. We're not terribly far away, but yeah, I wasn't looking to get a lot of exercise in by that means this morning. But that one pair that was still in this pasture, get them through the gate, cows will be officially moved. Pulling in the gate here to check this bunch, and yeah, if we were disappointed by the rain at home, I think we're gonna be real disappointed here. Yeah, about 1/10 here, which we got about 2/10 here on Wednesday. So I guess here and at home, we've gotten about 3/10 total, you know, over the last like 3 or 4 days. But yeah, you know, just kind of driving up here thinking, well, you know, maybe up there it might even rained a little more. Nope, opposite is true, rained half as much. So, all right, here's this crew. Hey, and somebody was asking the other day on our last video about Smokey. There's Smokey. She's still out here with this crew. She's not going anywhere, no time soon anyway. Don't know what her long-term future is. We'd love to keep her as a replacement if she grew into one. But we'll get this crew fed and checked. And you about ready for some breakfast, dude?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Animals eat before we do, right? See if the tractor will pick it up now. Well, another good morning to you all. We ended up mowing about 5 or so acres of hay yesterday. Gonna get about 20, maybe 25 or so more mowed today. Try to get an early start so we can get done at a decent time. Beating a dead horse, but that spot right there, as you can probably appreciate, normally is a water hole. That's water standing in there. I've only been cutting this farm, it's 3 years now, but I've never seen it completely dry, so it is what it is. But we're making pretty good progress. We probably got about 2 more hours, hour and a half anyway. Yeah, I'm about to get ready to be off this tractor and mower though. Okay, we are done. It's probably about 25 acres we cut today. Cut a little more. The hillside over there, a lot of times we don't cut. He had what normally we have a dove field over there. He has a dove field over there, and he's generous enough. He invites several of us to come shoot with him. But the deer just absolutely ate up the sunflower, so he said just mow that down. I don't think it'll be a lot of bulk to that hay, but it's a few more acres. It is really good out here in this bottom though, and same way over here. But we're gonna get folded up and head back to the house. Okay, back home, got the mower unhooked because of course we'll be raking with that tractor here in another, 3 days. I'm gonna go ahead, can't be much fuel still in the transfer tank here on the truck, but we're gonna go ahead and, well, that tractor's nearly empty. We ran it down to about 1/4 of a tank. Go ahead and pump whatever's left in this tank into the tractor. And then I'll get some more fuel the next day or two. I really don't know, the M135 fits full. We may not necessarily need any diesel before Wednesday, but I guess that'll mostly depend on how much is still in that tank. Sometimes I'm surprised. Maybe enough to fill this tractor up, but I doubt it. All right, we got back home and I got the disc mower off, and when I filled this tractor up this morning, I thought the transfer tank had to be close to being low, but it never did run out. But apparently we were darn near it, because as I started to pump just a little more back in that tractor now, that we nearly, we ran down to about 1/4 of a tank. Yeah, I bet it didn't pump a gallon or 2 in there before she is out. So that's fine, that was my goal. Transfer tank's empty. We'll definitely need fuel before we rake that hay on Wednesday, because yeah, the quarter of a tank, and we didn't pump enough in there to make any difference. So we'll get a little fuel next day or so. It's about 4:15. I need to mow the yard. I've been saying I wasn't gonna mow the yard till it rained, because, well, for one, really don't have to if it's not ever gonna rain, but the 3 or so tenths total we got this last week was probably just enough to get it growing enough it needs to be mowed. I don't want it to get any further away from me. By the time I get that done, it's gonna be, oh, that was my elbow. Man, that's one of the dangers whenever I'm walking around carrying a camera. Catch your elbow on a grill guard on the truck. Another thing I gotta do, which shouldn't take too long with that nice battery powered impact wrench. My bride had a blowout yesterday, which thankfully, they were in Nashville yesterday morning, so about 200 miles away. And they made it to about 2 miles from home, had a blowout, and so she limped it on home, which, I don't know, that's a great idea, but being that close to home, I would have probably done the same thing. We're gonna pull that wheel off there, wheel and tire, drop it off with my buddy Johnny tomorrow morning so he can get us another one. But say all that to say, I'm not gonna show y'all mowing the yard. That's boring stuff. That's not farming really. Have no idea what we're eating for dinner tonight. My dad and mom are having us over for dinner. Yeah, apologies. I did work right through church today. I knew I was gonna have to if I was gonna get that mowed. But instead of us having Sunday lunch like we normally do, they had Sunday dinner, which I was like, well, that's perfect because we don't have to stop. So I don't know what my dad's cooking for supper, but there's a fair chance it'll be beef, maybe a pork tenderloin, you never know. But say all that to say, we appreciate y'all for watching. Please give a thumbs up button if you hadn't. Leave a comment. We love that. Even if you're telling me we're a jerk, it helps the algorithm, I think. Whatever you're saying. But yeah, go to the website hurricanecreek.farm. Can't get this exact shirt because our shirts are gray instead of this tan color. Get you a shirt, get you a hat. You go to aggearstore.com, 15% off, discount code hurricane, all the good stuff. It's still hotter than heck. You might want to buy you a hay baler or a stockyard shirt to keep you cool, or it's gonna be cooling off before you know it. One of the jackets, one of the vests, maybe one of the heavier shirts. But anyway, enough rambling about that. Y'all eat beef and God bless. What do y'all think? Just a little patch, should be good to go again.